Hi guys, happy Sunday. I know this is not new normal. I keep saying it, believe me, it's not, but let's just keep doing it the way we're doing it right now. If this is where I'm catching the flow, please just, come along with me. I know over time we'll go back to normalcy, like I always say. Anyway, so happy Sunday. Welcome to another epic moment of Charlotte, moment of Patricia. You know I'm your host, I'll always be your host. I'm your girl. My name is Patricia Onyesi. And what I want to say? Okay, what I want to say is that if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Patricia Onyesi. Follow me on Twitter, House of Magdalene, on Facebook, House of Magdalene, and you'll know on Instagram, House of Magdalene. Honestly, I always have a juicy topic, and if you're new in this on this platform with me, if this is your first time watching my video, I'm somebody who's passionate about single parents. I'm passionate about married women. I'm just passionate about women generally, and then raising our girls right. Just because it didn't work right for you growing up, don't mean we should now push those negative energy on our kids. So I'm really particular about, the women generally. Men too, sometimes. My topic also evolves around them too. So, and then when I'm talking to the women, I'm basically talking to the men too sometimes. But then it's also like the lane, please. Just a women thing, But then if you're a man and you're watching, you're welcome. Come along. So today, what do you want to talk about? Today, I chose to talk about public display of affection. Yes, I've been meaning to say this for a long time because women, as women, we make some type of mistake when it comes to public display of affection. We see it, we read it wrongly, or rather, we also acted wrongly in a way that it should not, be done at all in the first place. First of all, let's go back to the olden days of our parents. When they were dating, how were they dating? Let me take off these glasses because I don't think. When they were dating, how did they start dating? You find out that growing up, even as you, if you're on my age level, and maybe you're 17 and you're 16, okay, that's when you probably have the boys trying to like you and all that. We do it hidden, right? We go in the corner, you lie that you want to go fetch water. Growing up, I grew up. You lie you want to go fetch water. That's when you want to actually do house chores because you want to try and see that your neighbor that is liking you, that is probably also 16 like you or maybe a year older than you, so that both of you can actually see in the corner of the block and then you guys can talk, and then you go home and then you pretend and then he just tells you, and then the normal old way and all that, and then he probably just writes you later when you get to class. The olden way, you understand, the olden days, how we date. However, in this modern day, we are desperate for public display of affection that it gets us into very big trouble. We try as much as possible to want people to, because we want to identify with someone so bad. Let me put it that way. We end up displaying practically everything about our relationship publicly without us knowing that we're actually not putting privacy. And have you noticed that whenever you do this public display of affection, that is even when the relationship don't last? When you were doing it quietly without anybody knowing, you had peace of mind. You were at peace with yourself. But the moment it was out there, you understand, it just went boom, to your face. And then the whole thing just went like you guys never ever, were never in love or something happened. Now let me tell you something. It's not the man's fault. It's your fault as a woman. First of all, what are you crying about? What's the thing that he must put you on his page for? Why? Why? So you think when he puts you on this page, that is when, you think he loves you. You think when he goes extra mile by taking you around all his friends and doing all that, showing you, that's when, oh, he really knows what he wants. That means he knows what he wants. He's really telling girls to back off and all that. Girl, you're lying. Let me tell you something. It is even when he displays you, that is when other women will be interested. That is when some women will say, if this kind of a girl can date him, let's say, it means that there's something really nice about him. It's either they're coming for the money or they're coming for whatever they're coming for. And when they're coming, they now come big and deep for him. And then when they go after him, they tend to now want to spoil your own opportunity. And then they will be the one that the man will start running after. So to me, public display of affection, it's not worth it at all. Keep your relationship private. It don't matter. Even if you're married, put it there. That's why you have, where you put your profile, married. That's why maybe once in a while you want to post your husband. But I'm just one girl who I'm not into. In the past, I did that in my relationship in the past, where, okay, I posted my relationship and out there and everything. But let me tell you something. Have you noticed that when it packed up, most times we don't even remember to bring it on social media to let you know that it's packed up? Why? Because we're ashamed. Because we did so many public display of affection. And that is where we are all getting it wrong. But let me tell you something. What you've kept, you understand? And you know that, okay, is where it is. I know some people say, oh, what can be kept, or what can be kept can be whatever. I don't know how to say that thing. I understand, but that is coming from an understanding point of view of both of you knowing what you want. Knowing that you've engaged yourself, knowing that, okay, this is where we're going, and this is what we want to do. But when it is just dating, I don't think it is necessary for all the public display of affection. I think it's better to just keep it on the low. My idea, my advice, keep it on the low. Then when it's time and you think that, okay, you guys are already engaged, or you're heading towards the altar, you can flaunt if you want to. But one thing I have learned my own way, you understand, growing up later, is that I control what comes to my own social media. I give you what I want you to see, not what you want me to display there. So, me coming to display for you to see that I have someone, all that, nope, you're going to keep waiting. I've done it in the past and it doesn't make sense to me. The least you're going to see, maybe a glimpse, and that's it. But me coming and putting, and then me fighting my man, because a lot of you ladies, you do that. You go fighting your man. He didn't put me on his social media. He didn't do this. He doesn't want to identify. He wants girls to... And the man is trying to tell you, no. That's not the reason why I'm not putting you there. I just feel it's not important. I feel like the natural love I'm giving to you is more important than me putting you up in the public eyes when I know that we had not even, decided that we're walking down the aisle. We're just dating. Neither have we even put the ring on the finger to say that, okay, yes, this is who she is right now. So ladies, you all need to stop this public display of affection thing that you do, where you're just dating and then the next thing you're putting him up. You want people to see that, okay, he's my man, so don't come close. Who told you they're not going to come close? Who told you? The fact that you actually even displayed him is a meal ticket for them to come close. It's a meal ticket for them to come and say, yes, I think I want this person. Whatever made this person to be with this person, I also want to be involved with this person. So ladies, leave that, extra PDA thing out of it. Grow up. Date your man. Enjoy your relationship in private. Enjoy that to the fullest, because you are not indebted to trying to please anyone. Because the day you start doing that PDA thing, let me tell you something, especially on social media, you're going to have to keep it up. You will keep it all up for a long time. And when the chips are down, I don't know who you want to run to. Do you want to run back to social media and start taking off all those pictures that you placed there? That's where the problem is. That's where the real problem is. That's why I say, public display of affection, it is not necessary. Very unnecessary. You can be happy without putting it out there. You can be happy with your man privately. Your man can be happy with you privately. Let me tell you something. I wrote something recently in one picture that I posted. I said, if there's anything I'm enjoying now, I'm enjoying my relationship, because it is not out there. You don't even know if I have or not. So, oh please. But I'm loving the life I'm living more, because I'm not putting it out there for the public. I'm just living quietly, happily, just as God has said I will. And I'm telling you guys the same thing. All those energy you're using to look for, PDA, you want the man to post you, you want to post the man, baby, use it to pray for that man. Pray for that man and pray for yourself. Pray for that relationship. Put it in God's hands, because anything you put in God's hands, I promise you, it will never go wrong. Only if it is not meant for you, that is when it will go wrong. But if God has signed it, if God has sealed it, let me tell you something, it will never go wrong. And please don't be in that idea of people saying, oh, you cannot change a man. Oh, a man can be. Yes, it's true, you cannot. A man can be a man. But you can pray for God to keep the man grounded for you. And it is not until you do the PDA thing that you can get that man to be grounded for you. That man can be grounded for you when you pray for him in private. You pray about it in private without bringing it to the public. Always ask yourself this. You want me to display my man in the public? If I bring the man, are you going to be happy for me? It's a question. I understand some people will be genuinely happy, but is it everybody that's going to be happy for me? That's the exact thing I'm talking about. So be it PDA or not, be happy where you are and don't fight him for not putting you up there on his social media. Neither don't struggle with yourself to put him up there on your social media. You can still keep it private and enjoy it quietly. The social media is for you and you alone. Use it wisely. I believe I've said enough today, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any gentlemen involved, but I believe I've said enough today. I know that we'll have many more juicy topics to talk about. In the meantime, like I always say, I'm your host. I'll always be your host. It's still your girl, Patricia. I'm still here. You know, when time permits, we'll keep coming back to do this. In the meantime, you take care of yourself and have a wonderful week ahead. Okay? God bless you guys. And thanks for watching.